nice little chunk of change. Team that does manage to. Actually driving that reserve time quite heavily for
10
the
seconds
ban out.
remaining.
I feel like it comes back down to the Shadow Demon
5 seconds
and like
remaining.
what you're
Dire
expecting
team
them
ban.
to pick up afterwards. They do for the moment just get rid of the hustle.
TNC
Don't want to get
Predators
cheese.
Turn to ban.
Yeah, it will be ban out from Cedar. Get
10
their final
seconds
ban out.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
I get rid of the Lycan as well. Don't want to play around with these heroes that are just you have to specifically counter them. All ban. Get to see what the ups are. I'm actually quite intrigued. I really do want to see what TNC drafts this time around. Of course, CDEC as well.
10
They've intrigued me
seconds
quite a bit
remaining.
with this big Shadow Demon. See what they pick up.
5 seconds remaining.
Of course, I'm sure they were watching that last series. I'm sure they saw dominance from TNC. So obviously they're ready. What's coming? Surely. They dive into the reserve time for this 5th ban out. Time to think about what they want to get.
Dire team pick.
TNC Predators turn.
Goes straight into the Necrophos, which makes perfect sense. You don't want to have to play Necro up against the Pugner. It is somewhat of a counter. That life drain and the Nether Blast, I mean, you're basically decrepifying yourself with the Ghost Shroud. Pugner, good ban out from CDEC. Very strong pick. Necro.
10 seconds remaining.
Response to this. So we
5
still are
seconds
yet to see
remaining.
a real reason as to why the Shadow Demon's been picked up. Like, it's still a decent hero. You still are able to evade a lot with that disruption against the Cook. Well, like the X and aren't not going to be so effective. Disruption is there, but I don't know if it's really worth picking up the hero just for that.
Dire team pick.
Arc Warden.
Warden comes out from here now. Very interesting. I told you, these guys are feeling pretty spicy tonight. Plan is D-Deck, 4th pickup. How do they respond?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Left. Waiting out here. I hope you guys are having a good night. It is currently 8 PM Sydney. We're having fun. I'm sure a couple games was for us.
TNC
30 seconds left. They
turn.
actually picked up a task. And now you've basically got 2 ways to evade the incoming damage. You've got that disruption and you've got the snowball now, so there's plenty of ways to protect your core by the C deck. Gauge on the side of TNC. But I don't mind the tusk pickup at all.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
How do they respond? Tusk isn't... I guess it does change the game quite a bit, but I'm sure they're not that concerned about this. More so, you're just going to be about the last pick that got hiding. kind of strategy they plan to use side.
Dire team ban.
Nyx assassin.
We get a Nyx assassin coming out, and again, we're kind of left thinking who's playing the core and who's playing the support roles here, because you've got the Kunkka, you've got the Crystal Maiden, you've got the Nyx assassin. You think to yourself, well, you can't play CM in a core position, but then Cuckoo did before. So now I can't even say who's playing core and who's playing support with these heroes. We're literally just going to have to wait and see. I guess the Nyx assassin is nice to try and catch out that Weaver though. The Vendetta, Pale, Swader. Lock him down for a bit. Apart from the ways of bursting out. Final banouts before we see how these drafts end. They're gonna run the rest of the reserve time down for this final ban, and they'll get rid of the Enigma, so they are afraid of that final pick Enigma coming out. Side, fair enough. Ninja Boogie really showing how effective he can be, even though he was a position, very awkward Enigma game, but he made it work. He actually made it look pretty good. TNC now, final ban for them as well.
Remaining.
And I do wonder, what is the
5
carry for
seconds
Cena? Like,
remaining.
or in fact, what's the mid? Because it looks like they'll probably put the safe lane Weaver there. Necro probably go off lane. Do they go for a mid?
TNC Predators
Time will
turn
tell.
to pick.
NC seem to believe going for a safe lane carry. That's Spectre. Up all this.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
See, also planned up all that reserve time for this final pick.
Dire team pick.
Taking it quite seriously. And we see a Tinker final pick coming out from TNC. Very upsetting indeed, ladies and gentlemen. But nevertheless, TNC feel the need to bring it out. Hero. It works great against the Weaver. You've got that laser. The March spam makes it very hard for the Weaver to just run around in these team fights with Sakuchi, because she would so much damage to himself with that March. The Necro not going to be able to Ghost Shroud comfortably either. And ultimately, they've got no catch for them. Not yet anyway.
You may now select your
They
heroes.
do pick up the Zeus. I guess now they can scout where the Tinker is at the very least. Still, I don't know how confident I am with this draft from CDEC. It does feel a bit lacking, and there's a lot of pressure on this Weaver to get some really good farm. See, they take over. CDEC, they really have to get a good lead in this game. It will in fact be the position 5 call. Gims will be on that CM, and Cuckoo playing that Cornix. Everything's gone back to normal. Well, that's good. Pressure's going to be on XM as well. Or that Armel can't free farm into mid lane, but said than done. Again, Weaver, he's going to have to get able to contest this draft from TNC, I feel. Again, it's a lot of problem when it comes to TNC draft. Like it's going to be so hard to push in, even if you do get a lead. You've got to go uphill against the Tinker. You've got to deal with the creeps to be on that Arc Warden. He's not going to let you have a comfortable time, even if CDEC do get ahead. Nevertheless, though, go into game number 1 of this best of 2. How it pans out.
Step lively now.
Prepare for battle.
For a 4-man smoke, but they'll probably just put some down.
Very
really
cool
finding a pick. Oh, the line is drawn out quite perfectly towards Gabby.
How did this happen?
Well, what did you expect?
That going on. Gabby may be unsuspecting of what's coming towards him. The smoke has broken. They know he's there somewhere. Lightning Bolt will actually give it away. Does not connect, and the shards miss. Now TNC going to be very well aware they can take both those top runes. I guess either way, neither team loses anything. Just one smoke. Or having a great old time.
The battle begins.
Nice little attempt from TDEC though to get a good start off. Team grabs their 2 bounty runes and we're off to the laning stage. It does appear a lot of this focus again is going to really on CDEC trying to shut these calls down of TN. Got to make sure Armel doesn't farm on this thing, and you've got to make sure that Gabby doesn't farm on this Arc Warden. If either of the two happens, it's going to give the other enough time to farm up throughout the game. Shaker, D123 there, against Gabby. We'll have the support of Ninja Boogie coming in though on that Conker. Oh, mid lane, we already know the match. Mel, top lane. We'll see Flyby and Riot. They'll be up against Cuckoo and of course Tim's on that CM. Harassment already coming out from Armel and this Zeus. He has prepared for it. Not only does he have shared tangos, he did actually pick up one of his own. Ready for this Armel harassment. There. And not to rely on that chase thing, but you're gonna have to up against it. Like that laser spam to make you miss every single time. Sam seem to prioritize holding on to his mana.
Welcome back.
Shaker, but can they get a kill out of this? Probably not. I guess that is quite a nice little combination, like the X into the Spark Wraith. X and straight back in once the Wraith is ready. They have to take the hit. Gabby's level 6, he'll have 2 of them just sitting there into the X. Quite cheesy. We'll wait to see if they can pull it off. Kind of easy to get done. Meanwhile, mid lane, Armel moving forward into XM. Does not have the laser ready to go, and in fact, well, Armel, he had 1 charges, he'll be fine. XM though wants to keep going. Does get 1 more lightning bolt off. Rocket will cancel the salve halfway. Well, bot lane Ninja Boogie. Hobbs Snowball, 1, 2, 3, actually falling low. They get the X off as well, so 1, 2, 3 comes straight back in. That Wraith chasing him as well, and the secondary Wraith should connect, and Gabby will find the first blood. Already find a very quick pick off, and that is a disgusting combo to have to play against. X on the Wraith. So much damage as well.
Denied. Fixered.
Taking over this mid lane. Bottle. Top lane, fly by. Very low, but this is a Necrophos after all. He'll be able to farm up or actually get his HP back up quite quickly with those CS. Jump on. Tims though should be alright throughout all this. A nice stun comes out from Cuckoo, and in fact, no, the Shadow Poison stacks were enough from Rai. Find the pick off, so a nice little play from him. Shaker, meanwhile, making a chase onto Gabby.
Thanks.
Perfectly fine with that. Found himself rotating in mid lane. He wants to try and get XM. He needs to find that X quick. In fact, he'll go for the torrent and he will make it as well. TP not going out fast enough, and they will find his pick off onto the Zeus. Shaker TPing in to try and help out, but he was just way too late. Back to his fountain, to X himself back though.
Back so soon.
Happy about TNC.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Right. Deal with that boundary on top, but see, going together, make sure they can't get it. In fact, they're going for the bot once as well.
Balance the scale.
Looks like TNC will actually grab every single boundary rune at the 5-minute mark. Matters quite a lot. That's 200 gold to each teammate. 1,000 gold net worth going to the way TNC. A nice pick up 5 minutes in. Can't really allow that to happen, especially when there's a Tinker and an Arc Warden on the other side of the map. Like, the more farm they can get and the faster they can get it, the faster they get online and the faster things start getting pretty silly. Right top lane, and still chasing Tims with that Shadow Poison. 3 stacks, 4 stacks, he needs a couple more. In fact, one more might do it. He'll wait for the 6th one. Although the Impale comes in, Tims, much damage is accomplished. He actually ends up dying as well. Right with another nice play onto Tims. Be able to find that kill.
Invisibility.
Strength of the Shadow Poison. Meanwhile, mid. Wanted to start off, XM not going to realize it. Does get hit, and now the X to come in. Much is there, and Armel is falling relatively low. In fact, he may have to back out there. Coming up, nice rotation. Make sure XM doesn't die a secondary time. Armel forces TP back to that fountain. He actually didn't get X because Ninja Boogie had it on cooldown as well. But of course, he does have rearm to buy himself another TP and get up there. Like Gabby and Armel are having a great old time though. They're both at the top of the last hits board right now, and as I say that, Tim's going down again. Going up there,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Right, having a great old time with the Shadow Demon. He's currently 3-0. Now Cuckoo gonna get ganked up. There's 3 heroes surrounding him. Disruption is available. He doesn't want to use it quite yet. He just gets a soul capture off, and there's the shards. Cuckoo is pretty much just dead. Flyby picks that one up for himself.
Spoils.
Again, Tita showing some signs of life in this game already. Their worth graph, see what's going on there. Remains the same. Necro in that 3rd place, trying to keep up. Tim's again going to be in trouble. Rai just won't leave this man alone. So he may be in trouble himself now. The torrent will not end up connecting. Thunder God's Wrath committed for this Tims. Can he walk out? No, the Shadow Poison's there. Shaker, though, will be targeted. Rai will end up going down first. And Shaker, well, he should go down. Unless he can juke like an absolute god.
Radiant's
He does have the shards
is under
available.
attack.
Commit them. Boogie. Torrent. Connect. Slowing all this down. Are there rockets available? There is a level 1 rocket. Laser actually connecting, but he dodges the rocket to snowball back in. Shaker somehow still alive throughout all this. I don't know if he just tried to salve them, but Shaker will end up eventually dying. One more right click. And in fact, maybe not. If Torrent comes out, it will completely miss, and Ninja Boogie goes down.
Let us fight.
Shaker. Even taunting at the end. What a fantastic play from him. I'd actually believe he survived that. That is a lot of time wasted from Armel, from that Tinker. Mind you though, he's doing a pretty darn good job of farming, so I don't think he's going to mind too much, but like I said, that was impressive.
Radiant are scanning.
Free. So well on the net worth board. He's quite far behind. Like, Gabby has completely dominated this lane with this Arc Warden. Look at that Midas build straight off the bat. Meanwhile, top lane, a bit of an engagement. They found Rai. Can disrupt himself, and he will do so, but he's pretty much screwed throughout all this. Nice little easy pick off the TNC. That's the thing though with the Shadow Demon, like if you've got nobody around you and you get X like that, all you can do is delay the inevitable death that's coming.
Dire's top tower
Edict
is
though,
under
they're going to
attack.
try and find a better kill around the map onto Gabby. Double has been committed.
Bounty.
We'll actually scout them out as well. He goes for the bounty and denies it off them. Now Jake is trying to go for a pick-off attempt onto Gabby. Gonna have to make a run for it now. 1, 2, 3's here. Snowball as well. No help coming in. In fact, no, maybe there is. Ninja Boogie is there. The torrent does connect onto 2 as well. And he'll X up 1, 2, 3. Gabby, Thunder God's Wrath is there, but he'll manage to TP out in time. XM could not get in range for that lightning bolt. Gabby getting away by the skin of his teeth.
Dire's
Meanwhile,
middle
again,
tower
Armel
is
just
under
free
attack.
farming. He's almost at that boost of travel now. Start to get slightly silly. That DOTs are up. Soak the bot lane, try to hit that level 6 mark. XM, however, will stick around on this Zeus. I guess he realizes there's no point just trying to fight the Tinker in lane the whole time. May as well just try to make things happen across the map. But again, it goes back to my point earlier where if you can't shut down Gabby and you can't shut down Armel, this game is going to be really painful throughout the mid game. Now Gabby's got that Midas up. He'll be going for the Maelstrom straight afterward.
Let me a treat.
Quite a lot on the side of C-Deck. Trying to catch up and farm a bit. Fine. 3.1k net worth. Pick up some reds at the front.
Invisibility.
Flyby seemingly the only person able to keep up right now with TNC's farm. Freeze.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bit of a rotation from his team. He's just dropping some spark rates there. Just in case someone decides to run in. In fact, he's going to have a go now.
Radiant's bottom tower
Will be a TP
is
out by
under
Shaker,
attack.
and he goes straight onto 1, 2, 3 with the flux. Spark rates as well, but the TP out. Oh, no, he won't. Gabby manages to find him in time. Meanwhile, XM finding Cuckoo. The Boogie, though, trying to find Shaker. Managed to just run out of there. I really didn't think that was going to be enough time to take down that Weaver, but apparently Gabby had more than enough.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's sitting at that bot lane. Again, he's going to try and have a go at Gabby, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Blind Bite will rotate down as well. He has that Reaper Scythe available. Gabby setting up that trap. Wants them to dive him. I don't know how many spark rates that is, but I believe it's a bit free. Gabby baiting them out now. There's the disruption. He's actually trapped in there. He will use the Tempest stubble. He's going to fight his way out, but the Reaper Sight is available and he will cop it. Right, will give his life away in return, but that's well worth it. Side of C-Deck. Quite happy with that. Gabby getting punished for playing around a bit with the side of C-Deck.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
8 now. Roam around that map with the Vendetta and start setting up kills for this team. Meanwhile, look at Armel. He's got that boots to travel up. He's going to make sure all these lanes get pushed out constantly, and that farm really starts to escalate. In fact, the T1 tower might just go down to creeps.
Structures are fortified.
Fortify. 3 is making the slow run down. That tower is now in deny range, so at the very least they'll be able to get rid of that. 1, 2, 3. Actually might get ganked up here. Nice stuff from Kuki, but disruption comes in. Now Torrent boat will not connect on 1, 2, 3. In fact, no, it does. But they can't burst him down fast enough. Now the rocket spam. They don't want to give this T1 tower away. Shaker trying to go after Ninja Boogie. They can't burst him down quite fast enough. Cuckoo, he'll make the chase now with take on Shaker. And well, he gets bursted down actually. Shaker will end up dying eventually. Now Tim's trying to channel that ultimate, but he will end up dropping eventually as well. And that's 3 down for the side of TNC. Flyby, Ghost Shrouding and healing himself up. Armel not able to help out that much throughout that team fight. C-Deck, very nice play from them. So 1, 2, 3. Not going to be so lucky. He will end up falling down.
Your hope fades.
Meanwhile, the T1 mid tower is now deniable, and Flyby will take care of it himself.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
So again, even though your Weaver is struggling quite a bit, that was a nice win for the side of C-Deck. To get that denied, to get those 3 hero kills. I still do sit here concerned though, because if you look at that net worth graph, it doesn't really seem to matter too much. You're still going to have to deal with this Arc Warden eventually. And this Tinker. Once he gets that Blink Dagger, in fact, Armel has got it now. It's going to be extremely hard to catch him out. Like, yeah, you've got the scouting with the Zeus, but that's if you've got the Thunder God's Wrath up. And even then, the Shadow Demon has to get in there, or the Tusk, and get the disruption or the snowball on time.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
So annoying. Almost kills off 1, 2, 3. He's forced a time lapse early on. Meanwhile, the top tower,
Radiant's bottom
2
tower
being taken right now. Only by creeps, but there is a siege creep there, which speeds things up a bit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Armel has not allowed this T1 to be pushed in. Now Flyby trying to defend this T2 tower, but he might be in trouble. Nice disruption comes out from right to avoid all that damage. Flyby should be able to walk out of this safely. Shadow Demon pick really paying off. Force all these heroes from the side of C-Deck to rotate up and try to defend this tower. So it doesn't look like the side of TNC are planning to back off anytime soon. By Shaker, but ended up going down here. Nice Walrus clutch. Body blocks come in. Now Cuckoo actually gets a nice impale off and the disruption saves him from the lightning bolt damage. Now the rest of his team coming to help him out, but the Reaper Sight will finish him off. Shaker 1 rocket away from dying. They won't be able to get it off in time. While Armel getting started again and making sure this lane is pushed out. And Ryan, he's been caught out in the Shadow Demon. Drops himself, that only delays things. Tim with that ultimate, and Armel comes and cleans him up. Nine to 12 now. C-Deck actually in front in terms of kills. In terms of net worth though, they are behind by 3k. 18 minutes into this game. Was kind of to be expected. Have a double minus on Gabby essentially. A lot of that net worth will be coming in just him. And then Armel, of course, rotating around the map, just throwing marches out constantly, clearing creep waves.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The main issue for CDEC, though, 1-2-3 is just getting no far. Like, he's still trying to finish his spreads off right now. And after that, he looks like he'll be going straight into that BKB just to be able to deal with the spell damage coming out from the Tinker. That is not exactly the position you want your Weaver to be in at this stage of the game. You're going to be going for no damage items at all. Perched up right, wants to have a go with Shaker. Torrent is there to help. Matter of fact, look, he's completely, Ninja Boogie is gone. Armel gets the hell out of there. More men rotate down to take down that position 5 Conquer though.
Invisibility.
Meanwhile, Gabby grabs an invis. May go for a gank attempt onto Flyby. Him out, and yep, Gabby changes his way straight to the east side of the map. Does have the help of Cuckoo there as well. They can set up with this with the Vendetta. And Armel comes in, they bounce Flyby. The Ghost Shroud actually going to amplify a lot of this damage. Impale as well, and he is just dead. Nothing he can really do about that, though. They are going to try and punish for this. There's Rockets. XM is just almost gone as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Walks
under
out with
attack.
150 HP. Well, 1, 2, 3.
Dire's
Not
middle
again,
tower
sir.
is under attack.
He's in trouble. He has the time-lapse available. In fact, no, he does not. The ultimate being channeled by Tim. Snowball cancels it, and he manages to get out barely. Now they'll find Tim's on that CM. The Weaver cops the boat, and Armel finds Rye in the background. So now Armel gets started even more. The Weaver being caught out again. 1, 2, 3. He gets lasered, and he's down. Armel, though, stuck right now. He's in massive trouble, and he gives his life away to XM. And I'm actually not sure if that was worth the TNC. Give that Tinker kill away. In fact, it definitely wasn't if you look at the gold. 1.2k almost going to the way of CDEC. Well worth it for them. It's only going to escalate the farm of the Zeus. The faster he gets that Nimbus, the better. Especially in terms of just finding Armel all over the map. Make sure he can be taken down.
And good are linked.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Danger mid lane. Find anyone in that jump. Them rotating out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Scan out the Roche pit. Ninja Book casually walking past.
Are fortified.
Jacob immediately TP's up to that shrine, but nobody's in the Roshan. Now he will spot this. And they're pushing the power top lane. I'm sure they're very well aware the Roshan's not being taken at the moment. And this tier 2 top. Again, how do you defend? This Tinker's going to be spamming rockets the whole time. If you're going to be going for that Dagon with not bothering with any kind of agonies. Well, 1, 2, 3. Jump a bit on. He's still at that same position. Like, sitting at 6k now, but still for a Weaver to be able to carry his team this. T2 tower surely is gone. The best they can possibly do is punish the side of TNC for this, but I'm not even sure if they can do that at this point. It's a slow siege with that Tempest stubble. making sure he can't die. Backdoor protection though. Tower safe for the moment, but it does look like CDEC will just let this go for free. There's just nothing they can do.
Top tower has fallen.
They have to accept that. The tower's just gone. Immediately they TP down bot, and who do they find? It's 1, 2, 3, although they missed the impale. Huku. Getting a bit too excited.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Allow 1, 2, 3 to just get away from that situation safely. Mind you though, now his tier 1 towers being taken and they're just really choking this map out. It's just so hard to find farm as a weaver when this is happening to you. Like, all your towers are being pushed in. Move along the map, but then you've got to worry about a Nyx assassin the whole time. Wherever the Nyx is, you know the Tinker's not far behind. Now there's a Dagon up as well, so you've got added burst to the Tinker, and he's going to get straight to it. Goes straight on right, there's the Dagon, almost dead. In fact, he's gone. Huku finishes it off with the mana Shaker. Going to be in trouble as well. They'll channel the CM ultimate for this, although it will eventually be cancelled. And now, who have they found there? It is 1, 2, 3. Revive onto Gabby, but he's still healthy throughout all this. And now they're going to jump onto the Necro, and actually the whole team's going to get wiped on the side of CDEC. It's just surgical coming out from TNC. They just jumped all around the side of CDEC, and it's like, what the hell do you do to CDEC? Like, who do you concentrate on? You're trying to get Gabby, but you know, you try to Reaper Scythe Gabby, but there's no follow-up damage. Armel keeps creaking around the place. Don't worry about the rest of them as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Right, back to defending this tier 1 bot tower, but 12k net worth behind now. On the side of CDEC, this is not going to be feeling for them. Agony, except that he's up on flyby, but I don't feel like that's going to, like, it's the cooldown on the Reaper Scythe didn't feel like the problem to begin with. Like, yeah, it's going to help them at least, you know, be able to spam that out a bit more, but you're still only going to get one scythe off per team fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Just don't think that was the problem to begin with. The thing is, if you're CDEC, it's kind of hard to see how you can come back in this game, because TNC, they have to make mistakes for you to actually be able to punish them. Otherwise, how do you catch this Arc Warden? He just sends his Temper Stubble in every single time. How do you catch Armel? I mean, you have this Zeus, but you've got to kind of be in the position to grab him. You don't even have great heroes for that. Looks like XM trying to rush that Nimbus rather than the Blink, but he might actually go the Blink over the Nimbus first. Smoke comes out, they're trying to find somebody. Trying to find Gabby. The Tinker, that's it right now. And it's going to get bursted down pretty darn fast. This is why I hate Tinker, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine against it. Absolutely disgusting. There's no better, like, no bigger form of cancer than a Tinker player. Right? Stop. Impel actually misses again from Cuckoo. Now the Shard's Perch come in. This is one of those mistakes that you can punish. But again, you've got the rest of the team to deal with. The boat comes in to save the day as well. Cuckoo is going to take him down quite far, but not far enough. Tier 2 now. Gabby, get his Blink Dagger. Budge. Gabby now. He's pretty darn farmed. Get rid of that Midas. Looks like he won't go for fire. While keep rotating down with that final tier 2 stance. May even run into Shaker. made it obvious. He's there now. He's just trying to push the lane out, but he's going to get caught out. Taker. Again, this is very, very surgical. XM now, he does the actor, so at least you've got that Nimbus. How much is it going to help? We're going to find out. Just all about trying to take down RML here, I think, in team fights. Once RML's down, the team fights are so much easier to take, but up until then, they're pretty darn hard. Actually caught out Rise well. The torrent comes in. Will they burst him down? No, not quite. He does have a glimmer cape available. Be able to get out of that one safely. That's all the outer towers. Glad to see they're gone. Gabby, going let's get the stubble. We're trying to find the Tinker tree line as well. Nice wooding here, side of C-Deck to flank. See if they can do so. But RML, he's got a BKB now as well, so if he's really in that much danger, he just BKBs, rearm, BKBs out again. It's like, what the hell can you do about it?
Radiant are scared.
Well, Gabby jumps in with the Tempest Stubble. Of course, it will get bursted, but they committed the Reaper Sight for that. Tim's actually tipping for that as well. Now, obviously, he does have an Aghanim Scepter, but you've got a 40-second duration now. You know the Reaper Sight's not available, that you could try and make a play in. Fortunately, there's no creep waves for TNC to take advantage of. Apart from the bot one, nobody's really there to push in, so they're not going to bother. Like Tim's is just playing mind games inside of C-Deck. Again, waiting for RML. Does it be that side of TNC is somewhat aware of this anyway? They're just hell-bent on trying to find him, and RML actually TP's there once they're gone. Won't TP into the trees anyway. Spams the jungle and backs off safely. Meanwhile, bot lane being pushed in now. Still available on Gabby. T3 tower going down very, very quickly indeed. They'll be forced to fortify very early on. Gabby throwing that tempest pull in, fly by, either side available.
Radiant structures are fortified.
See how C-Deck defenses. Double siege creeps are available as well. Jump in with the shots and snowball. This is probably the best shot they've had, but the boat comes in again to stop everything. And now they're caught flyby. He's in that ghost trap. That's just out of damage. Tim's meanwhile channeling that ultimate 1-2-3, trying to burst him down. RML ends up getting the Necrophos. 1-2-3 time lapse throughout all of this. RML again getting XM apparently in the back lines. Right, can't even disrupt the TP attempt. And now 1-2-3's gone as well. Mind you, they all do have buybacks available. They're going to have to commit to Mesa, but I don't even know if TNC back off. But they still seem all relatively healthy. They could probably just keep going. Reaper's Sight, take down Cuckoo. That might be the final nail in the coffin. They might back off after that. RML just gets back to pushing that top lane in. Jacob trying to find this man. Does though, by himself. Bot lane, they can jump in onto right with that bow, and well, this should be a dead chat team. He does have Glimmer Cape again, but RML comes in. Disruption onto XM, but he's gone as well. No buyback available on the Zeus. Right, forced to buy back immediately. He knows the push is coming. Aegis has expired, but Gabby just replaces that with Nullifier. Now Cedar at 4v4 at the moment, but they're so behind. 26k net worth in fact. TNC showing absolutely no mercy. Gabby, that temper stubble is so annoying. Backdoor protection kicks in. But the creeps are moving their way up. Now, he'll just jump onto another hero, right? He just fought back, so that's a dieback on him, and now flying. Well, he fought back as well. Absolute fire, and he forces the GG call. It's in TNC. I don't like the way they did it. The 28k worth lead. T-Deck